All right, welcome to the second game of the evening. And up this time is Faircroft's Antiques, the Mountaineer's Legacy. Um, Technically the collector's edition since it's the Switch version. And yeah, this is one of those releases where it does actually have a regular edition and the collector's edition on PC, split between Steam and Big Fish. But yeah, Faircroft's Antiques, another one in the fair. I forget how many of these we've covered on the program, but I do know this is the newest one, as in this came out in June of this year. So I guess it's got that going for it. But putting that aside, it is summer in the French Highlands for Mia Faircroft. Discover a picturesque mountainside town in this hidden object game, explore breathtaking locations, restore priceless treasures, and help out the various residents of Montcaché. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's you know how I am with foreign pronunciations.
Something French.
Yes. Anyway, so this game was given to Petty Fan for review, so over to him.
So yeah, we've played far too many of these games, and it's just different pictures. It's your same basic hidden object game we've had for the past 10,000 of these. The story's there. The typical, you can just kind of spam over the pictures and keep hitting A or whatever your fancy your click button to be. I didn't have a chance to check if this one has touchpads or touchscreen support on Switch, but I believe the other ones did of this series, so probably does, but I didn't have a chance to confirm that.
I mean, I'm guessing you can't check right now?
I technically could, but we'd lose video feed for a little bit, and
Fair enough.
It's not worth the time and
effort. I mean, you are so tired, so very, very tired.
I mean, yeah.
Granted, that's just in general, but
yeah, that's a story for Wednesday.
I'd imagine that was from the physical therapy.
Both.
But, I'd imagine after 200 or so of these hidden object games
of various flavors, you're too far off the mark on that.
The point is, you'd be able to review one of these in your sleep.
Probably am.
Which is, I'm guessing, speed. Yeah, the speed you're going for right now.
Yeah. Like, there's not a whole lot really new and exciting.
I'm like, I'll take your word for it.
I guess if you're really interested in, like, French pictures, and, like, it doesn't even have any cheesy FMV to laugh at mercilessly.
Yeah, I think that, like, once again, I think this is because it's from a different developer.
Fair.
Yeah. That's the thing. These games are ported by Ocean Media, but they are not necessarily developed by Ocean Media, or rather, they are developed by different developers. Like the Faircroft's Antique series is developed by Boom Zap Inc. For example, And, their games tend to look better, or at least less cheesy than some of the other ones we've covered on the program. But still there, Petty?
Yeah.
I think what it comes down to is, what is there left to say?
I mean, you could probably keep a 3-year-old occupied for a little bit with this.
Oh, hey, it's another Faircroft Antiques game. Is it exactly the same as all the other ones?
Yep, this one's in France.
That is
literally... Oh man! You have to look for things where the letters are wrong. Oh man! Such a bold and creative additional challenge to the...
Somehow this was expert timing on your part, because this is literally what we are pontificating about. How much more can you go on about not just Faircroft Antiques, but the whole hidden object business here that you two have been on this past year?
I see we are now being scored and timed.
Yep. Oh, but there isn't really much of a problem for just randomly smashing on things.
Well, that's good.
I mean, I suppose
that was always the worst, when it fucking locks the screen for a second and a half, just because, or for whatever, because you clicked 3 times and didn't hit anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now they just don't care. Oh, I guess this one does have puzzles. Everybody likes
they
puzzles.
They all have had other mini games in them. That's one of the things that this series at least does.
I think this is my first one with puzzles.
The Faircroft Antiques games have all had non-specifically hidden item puzzles.
I'm
that are still
sure
pretty
I
close.
have done this sunflower puzzle before in a different game. Like this exact sunflower puzzle.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oof. We have reached blend together at best, or at worst, they're literally reusing entire puzzle mechanics.
Yeah. So is Mac planning to rate us this week?
I will remind him that he can.
Okay.
So, what's the damage price-wise? Other than my sanity?
Well, it depends on where you're purchasing this from. It's one of those.
Oh boy.
Because
again, like most of them.
This specifically has the 3-tiered pricing. That is to say, if you buy it on Steam, you don't get the collector's edition, but it's the cheapest at $7. The Nintendo Switch version is an even $9.99, and on Big Fish, it is $19.99.
No.
That is a high number for a visual novel finding pictures game, and also I don't think the visual novel aspect of any of these has grabbed me that much, at least.
This one has had barely any visual novel.
Well, you usually have to like friggin' talk to people as set dressing for your puzzles, at least.
Fair, but oh my god, yeah, there's like barely anything going on here. They've kind of like dropped most of the story pretense and just, yeah, here's some little baby.
Oh, maybe it's actually less. I don't know. I did not play this one that inch.
The lucky ones.
Yeah. No, that's gonna be left side middle. again, the hardest thing with this kind of puzzle on these games is routinely, with Jigsaw or similar puzzles, is routinely like getting the puzzles arranged in such a way that you can friggin' see all of the pieces.
Not only that, but letting the fucking game snap them in.
That and questionable detection on snap in.
All right, so I think we're done here before I lose my mind.
Yeah, I'd say so. And I mean, once again, the good news is, for the time being, this is the last one of these. So
Hooray!
real capstone of the year of hidden object games.
Like, they're not even really bagged up on the worst games of the year. They're just boring.
Yeah, it's just Ocean Media ported a shit ton of them.
Mm-hmm. Like, were these released over multiple years, or like the originally not? Obviously, now they released a fuck ton of them, but
I mean, on PC, no. We are talking over the course of maybe a decade, from what I've seen.
that would kind of make sense. And they're all just getting ported to the Switch now.
More or less. I mean,
All right.
like this one had a very fast turnaround time, relatively speaking, since it came out on the PC in June.
They're still making these?
Yes.
I assumed the series was over and they were just kind of backed upping their catalog. Jesus.
You learn something new every day.
All right, anyway, we're going to leave this hell. Alrighty then.
Right then. So yeah, that'll about do it for this Faircroft's adventure game. Be sure to tune in after the break, as the Galax will be reviewing Robotitry.